Hello and welcome to my channel, The Curious Coder. In today's video, we are going to talk about two very commonly used annotations in Spring Boot, @qualifier and @primary. Now this video is part of my ongoing Spring Boot interview series, and this is a very easy topic, but surprisingly it's asked quite frequently in interviews. Most of the time, the interviewer just wants to know whether you even know about this or not. So it's that basic, but it's that important. Alright, so let's quickly understand how @primary and @qualifier works in a real Spring Boot application. So why do we need @qualifier annotation? It is used to resolve ambiguity when multiple beans of the same type exist. Alright, let's understand this via an example. Let's say I have a vehicle interface vehicle, and in this I have declared a method that returns number of wheels. Okay, and we have one class two-wheeler which implements the vehicle interface. Okay, implements vehicle. So since it's implementing, it has to override that method. Okay, public int number of wheels. Okay, so it's like a basic rule of inheritance that if we implement any interface, then we will have to, the child class has to override the method that is declared in the interface. Alright, so it will just return 2. Similarly, I can create another class four-wheeler. So this is another implementation of vehicle, and let's say this returns 4. Okay, now if I create a bean of this class two-wheeler by adding this annotation @component, and similarly I also create a bean of this class four-wheeler. So now I have two different beans which have the same type. Why same type? Because both these classes are a child class of this interface. So indirectly, both these classes have a vehicle type, right? Indirectly we can say that, and hence we have two different beans of the same type. So there is an ambiguity. Okay, so let me show you what issue we will face. Let's create a controller. My bad. Yeah. So let's create a controller class @rest controller, and I'll just create a method that fetches the number of wheels. Get number of wheels, and this will just return. I'll have a vehicle interface, vehicle reference here, private vehicle like this, and I'll auto-var it because I can auto-var it because I have its child implementations who are actually bean. Okay, so these class I have two of its implementations of which the bean I have created, so that's why I can auto-var this vehicle interface, and I'm just calling it like this, vehicle dot number of wheels. So now if I run this project, great, so you will see that we face an error that says that field vehicle required a single bean but two were found. Okay, so there was an ambiguity in this. Okay, so it makes sense as well. Like I've just auto-varred the vehicle interface, but I've not told the compiler that which particular method should be called, right? It has two of its implementations. So it has four-wheeler as well as two-wheeler, and we have been for both of them. Okay, so how to solve this? Here we'll use @qualifier. It's very simple. I'll just add @qualifier, and I will have to specify the bean name. Okay, I have to specify the particular bean which we want to use. So for four-wheeler, we'll just copy the class name and I'll add it here. Okay, and the only change that I need to make it that I have to use it as a camel case. Okay, so I'll just add this qualifier annotation here, and now if I run it, great, now there is no issue. It started on port 8080, and if I hit the API, So I guess okay, so we have not added it as an API. Let me just add it slash number of wheels. Okay, I'll rerun. Okay, so now if I hit the API, I'll get the appropriate result. Similarly, I can do the same for two-wheeler. I'll just have to add it like this, two-wheeler. Great, so it's up again. And now if I hit the API, cool. So I get the result as 2. Okay, and I can also give these classes different names. Like if I can say something two-wheeler bean. Okay, if I specify a particular bean name for this class, that also I can use. So in this case, I will have to add this name in my @qualifier annotation. Okay, so we have to make sure of this, that always the bean name has to be added. If you don't give a particular bean name, like here I didn't give any name, so it automatically considers the class name as the bean name. But if you explicitly add a name in the component annotation, then we will have to take that in @qualifier. Okay, I'll show you. Great, so still there is no error, and I'll also hit the API. Works fine. All right, now we'll see another use case, basically another example where this type of situation might occur. So I'll create another class employee, and let's say it has a field private ID and it has a name. Okay, let's add a constructor as well. Constructor. Okay, and let me add a no args constructor as well. Fine, so I've created this class, and let's say I have created a configuration class as well, employee config, adding @configuration. And now in this configuration class, I can create a bean of any class. Okay, so I hope you guys know this. I have already covered this in my previous videos, that how @configuration and @bean works. Okay, so you can check out those videos. So now public employee get employee. Okay, so I just have to return an employee object. Let's say the name is Shivam and ID is 1. Okay, so this is the first bean. Similarly, I create another bean which has the same type. Okay, get employee 2, and let's say ID is 2 and name is Naman. Okay, so you can see we have created two beans. Actually, I have to add this annotation @bean and @bean. Okay, so I've created two different beans, but their return type is same. Fine, so this is another use case where we encounter this kind of ambiguity, and in this use case as well, we would have to use @qualifier annotation. So before using that, I'll just give some names to these beans. So let's say this is the first employee and the bean's name is second employee. Okay, you can name it anything you want. So we have created these two beans of the type employee, and now in controller, let me create another API, or maybe I'll just show it here only. We'll just use it, private employee. Okay, and I auto add it. So now if I just rerun my project, Cool. So you can see again we get this error because it says that this has two beans, but it requires a single bean, but two were found. Okay, first employee and second employee. So again, here I'll use @qualifier and I'll just have to add any of the bean. Let's say I add this one, first employee, like this, and maybe I'm just printing it in this API. Println employee dot id, let's say. Okay, I don't have any getters and setters, so let me just add it. Yeah, okay, so employee dot get id. Okay, so we have taken the first employee in @qualifier and I'm just printing the employee's id in the same API. Okay, let me rerun. Cool. So now there is no error. It started on 880. I'll delete the logs, and if we hit the API, great. So there is no error, and here you can see that one is printed. Okay, this ID of first employee is printed. So this is how we use @qualifier annotation. Now, what is @primary annotation? So we have seen that in both these cases, when we didn't use @qualifier, we encountered an error. Okay, so to avoid that, what we can do is I can just define a primary bean. Okay, let's say if I define it like this, @primary. So this bean will always be considered whenever we don't explicitly specify the @qualifier annotation. Okay, so let me show you. Let's say I don't have @qualifier, and now if I rerun, great, you can see now there is no error. Okay, because it considered this bean, this in employee config, this second employee, it considered this one as the primary. So this means that whenever we don't explicitly specify something in @qualifier, it will consider it as this bean. Okay, and I can show you this. I'll just hit the API. Cool. So you can see that 2 is printed. Okay, so this is how we can define a bean as primary.
If you found the video helpful, please like, subscribe and hit the bell icon. Also, don't forget to catch today's tip of the day.